Welcome, listeners, to Sir LENZO'S MEMOIRS. Now, on this episode, the discussion continues on the debacle, the circus, that the cashless policy of the CBN in Nigeria has become. I use these words intentionally and on purpose because there is no other way I can describe the situation now. Now, I say this because as of yesterday, the 11th, the CBN comes out and says that previous information that I actually used in my podcast yesterday is now fake news. Now, verified handles, according to CBN, are now, carrying fake news. The explanation still does not help because from it now being a printing and minting issue, is now that it's not a printing and minting issue and that they have full capacity, to discharge their duties. Now, if you now say you have full capacity to discharge your duties, why are we having the issues we're having? Because the CBN has been blaming the banks. You understand? But they have been going to these banks to check how much comes in, how much are you putting in your ATM. But it's high time we ask the CBN, maybe the Senate, the House of Rep, they should enter their own votes. How much of this new redesigned notes have you printed? How are you releasing them to these banks? Because there's a lot of fraud and all of them is still inside that financial circle. We don't make cash. But what now makes me laugh is the fact that there's a circus around the entire explanation. Here's why I say so. Me not remembering the date. The CBN's own instruction is that from a certain time back, Nigerians are only allowed to withdraw 500,000 per week, 100,000 over the counter per day, and 20,000 naira per day from the ATM. Now, by that instruction alone, cash has become scarce because anybody that wants 700,000 cannot access it, must go and source the cash somewhere else for it to be a cash transaction. Now, based on the cashless policy, if you need 700,000 in a week, you are to do the remaining balance 200,000 electronically. Now, these electronic transfers, when the load came, cannot handle it. So there is no trust in it. People don't get alert, hence the suffering. There is no, and now, the funny thing about it is the fact that that particular problem is not new, was not new. CBN knew about it. They are trying to tackle it in different ways before now, telling banks that it should be resolved, and none of it has been successful, and people have continued to complain because the CBN can simply not say it does not know. The CBN can simply not claim ignorance of that knowledge, yet they diverted us there, and they are now causing the normal problems they cause. Now, the only channel that is now trustworthy is now the POS. Yesterday, some people say they don't charge. I heard some people say they charge. My mom said they charge her. You understand? Now, but that has always been a POS issue because the different POS operators say this bank collects charges, this one doesn't collect charges. We don't even know what is true in the social sphere. And the CBN is now not helping issues. Now, before yesterday, it was that printing and minting had issues. Yesterday, now they have full capacity. Capacity to do what? It was as per instruction, as per intent, that naira was made scarce. You are now always discussing as if there's another thing other than that instruction. You leave the instruction, you are blaming the banks. The banks have been instructed not to give us the cash we want. They are now making cash scarce, handing the cash we should have. They are the ones controlling the cash we hold. Hence, is scarcity. The only way to revert back from that is the amount of money that they have collected, they should push out. So that if I want to collect 1 million, I go and collect 1 million. But you see, that is like going backwards. The initial thing, and I complained from the very beginning, is the fact that there is a void. Now, that void is to be filled by ENAIRA, as per plan. It is digital naira. Naira is now not scarce. It has changed form. It is now digital. You are now from your account to convert to ENAIRA and spend as ENAIRA. where we will now take the cash, the small cash we are collecting, to take care of all other this transport that we are not able to solve with cashlessness yet. That was the plan. But the CBN know they have now kept the ENAIRA as a top secret, allowing all other means of electronic transactions make profit on top of our heads. Because the ENAIRA is the cheapest. The ENAIRA is the cheapest, according to the same central bank. Now, why is the CBN now keeping his own flagship blockchain technology? Why is he keeping it a secret? Even yesterday, when they were to release it, they were still talking about cash. Hence, I put why are you adding confusion to the already confused situation we are? Some people are not collecting the old naira. Who caused it? CBN. The governor started saying that February 10th was sacrosanct. We are even hearing now that some banks are not collecting it. Why so much misinformation in a single country? Now, wallets are not new to Nigerians. The ENAIRA has a wallet that we can transact. The CBN on purpose, I keep on saying it because I've tagged them, I've done episodes about them, I've tried to create awareness myself. Why is the CBN refusing to give the ENAIRA value with its silence about it? Why is the ENAIRA now a top secret? The CBN has reported that it has done transactions worth 4 billion before they started this. Why are they not advertising it? Why are they not pushing for its adoption? You see, it's an election season. Now, they are now leaving, a sour taste on the mouth of Nigerians entering the election on purpose. People are now saying they are suffering because they are truly suffering. The information management is now totally upside down. It is always to confuse. They are saying the naira is not to be scarce. How will it not be scarce when you are already controlling the amount of cash they give people that are used to using cash? You are now using the naira as bait. You are using the naira as bait. People are now burning things to get the naira, their money. Yes, it is their money, but the cash belongs to the CBN. And the CBN has now created a digital naira to replace the physical naira, but they are now keeping the digital naira a secret. They are now keeping the digital naira a secret, diverting us to POS, all these telecom banks and all that. They are advertising to me, and I'm sure they are advertising to you now. The only person not advertising to us is the CBN. The Ministry of Information and Culture is not getting involved in something that is a cultural change. A cultural change. Information dissemination is key in any cultural change, and the Ministry of Culture, Information and Culture is quiet. The Ministry of Finance, who is under which the CBN is mute. I mean, what exactly? When everybody knows that information is power, they are just giving instructions to the social sphere. Someone said they wanted to go and buy gas yesterday, and that the people selling the gas said they were not going to collect the whole naira. Why do we? You see, we are in a digital age. Someone should take charge of the information so that it can go one way and all of us can understand. We are educated people now. They are just, the CBN, they are not saying they will do a meeting about the naira crisis. Which naira crisis? You have simply refused to give us the naira. You are the one causing the crisis. You are not giving us naira. You are not advertising the alternate means that belongs to government, which is the ENAIRA that we should adopt. You are not doing that. And I believe there should be an investigation about this. So I believe strongly there should be an investigation. They cannot all of a sudden, all of them now become stupid after being so smart for a long time. I have said that there is a lot of money moving in a particular direction and is towards investors. There is no way that money movement is paying Nigerians, because we are now paying more for transactions than we used to before. The bank we collect, the POS operator too, we collect commission based on any transaction we do. Why? Why? And they keep on talking about it as if they were not the ones that caused it. How can you cause something that you are now asking like a mugu on top of the matter, blaming every other person but yourself? The CBN is blaming every other person. Who needs all these stories? If they don't want to do cashless, they should let us know. If they want to do cashless, then move us to the ENAIRA now. Let's continue our lives. Naira is not scarce. It is now only in digital form. I'm not the one saying it. It is the CBN that is saying it. Go to their website, you will see it. The ENAIRA is now naira in digital form. Same value. 1 naira for 1 ENAIRA. It is pair to pair. It is between you and the person you are transacting with in a sure hazard. at least based on concept. And Nigerians are not averse to it. Everybody knows we are digitally inclined when it comes to all these wallets. So why are they not pushing for its adoption? Why is it now a top secret? Why has the CBN, in all these cashless transactions they've been pushing for, not mentioned the ENAIRA for once as an alternative? Why has the CBN refused to mention the ENAIRA once as an alternative? Once like this. They have refused. I'm asking for calm. What Lenzo is saying, Sir Lenzo is saying is that there is no scarcity of naira. Naira is now in digital form. Download your wallet and spend yourself away. Now, I can understand that there will be problems, and I understand that where we will most likely find a problem is the seamless transfer between our banks and our ENAIRA. And once that is the government should get involved. Security agencies should get involved, because this has to do with a lot of money. This na money matter. Na money matter. Some people are making money. I have said it. The devils are amongst us. The CBN should explain why they are not mentioning the ENAIRA. I will continue. I will use it as art so that people really know. I don't know. If you really feel, you understand, that I can work, or you really feel there are questions to be answered by the CBN, please help me share. Because I don't understand it. I just want to understand it. Why would we have built something in 2021 and we are now ashamed of it in 2023? Whatever the reason is, why don't they just educate us? Why doesn't the CBN want to mention the ENAIRA as an alternative, being the cheapest for Nigerians? I am not saying the one that is the cheapest too. It is the CBN that is saying it's the cheapest. It's on their website. It is the CBN that is saying it. Now, they cannot keep, now after creating the ENAIRA, they cannot now stop talking about the physical naira. Can you imagine? After creating the digital naira, the CBN cannot stop talking about the physical naira. And they are the ones controlling the spend. It is the CBN. I am not saying you should fight the bank. We should ask them pertinent questions. There is no burning. There is no ask. Ask and you shall be explained to. So please let us ask. I have just felt I've been asking alone. If you people join me and we ask them, we will be further ahead. Please, I'm begging. Please help me share. I want to know what is happening to the ENAIRA, the digital form of naira, vis-a-vis the physical naira. Because the idea is for the digital naira to phase out the physical naira. The digital naira is to phase out the physical naira. I explain again. The plan is for the digital naira to phase out the physical naira. And immediately they were reducing the physical naira we were having. They were supposed to be pumping the already minted digital naira into the economy, so that it becomes seamless. And when that digital naira works far, you understand, you will now remove the remaining cash in the society. Why are they now doing it upside down? They are now baiting us. They are now baiting us with the physical cash, now causing pandemonium all over the place, thinking they are smart. Please reason. We're intelligent people. If you listen and you reason it and you feel there are questions to be answered, please help me share. Because we are the owners of the country. We are the owners. We are the owners of the country, please. And the naira is ours, but it's in digital form now. Thank you.